Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this quicker video, we're going to be going over the racial abilities for the Vulpera and the Mechagnome, and then just kind of giving my thoughts on them. And this is just from the most recent post I could find on it. If there's anything updated on it, I'm sorry, but this is just what they currently are as of right now. So we'll go over the Vulpera first, then hit up the Mechagnome. So the first thing for Vulpera is they have fire resistance, reduces fire damage taken by 1%. This is not a huge thing in World of Warcraft anymore. Everybody has like their own like little resistance, depending what race you are, but it's definitely not a huge thing anymore. Although, of course, if you are fighting something fire, it will help on the margins, I suppose. They also have an ability called Make Camp and then Return to Camp. So Make Camp, make a camp at this location, can only be used outdoors, and then Return to Camp, return to your camp. 1 hour cooldown. So this basically sets up a new Hearthstone that has a 1 hour cooldown, and it doesn't put your Hearthstone on cooldown, and it doesn't have to be at an inn. So someone used an example of you could set it outside of an instance that you're farming, and then you have to go do something else, or a raid that you're farming, or a mount that you're farming. You could set it up there and then hearth back to it if you had to leave for whatever reason and get back there quicker. There's Nose for Trouble. When you first take damage from an enemy, reduce that damage by 5% of your maximum health. So that's on the first attack. Basically, you get an absorb shield for that first attack from an enemy. So it could be from each enemy, even the way it's worded currently. So we'll see if that just turns into a more of a static absorb shield or if it is literally from each enemy. This one is nebulous right now, as far as as far as I couldn't find exactly what this does yet. But it's called Rummage Your Bag. Change your chosen tricks. Now, where did you put that? Dot 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 question mark. So I'm not sure what that could be at the moment. I was trying to brainstorm some ideas, but change your chosen tricks. So I don't know if there's certain tricks you choose that help in your bag that's not listed here, but it's I have no idea really, so you can speculate on that one. Vulpera Survival Kit. You have a chance to find an additional satchel of goods when you kill a humanoid. So every time you kill a humanoid, you have a chance to get extra crap from it, which can be kind of cool and could be, help with making a little bit of gold. Especially could help in leveling even, if you're leveling from level 1 or level 20, whatever they start at. Now let's go ahead and hit into the Mechagnomes. Combat analysis. You gather and analyze combat data every 5 seconds, increasing your primary stat by 50, stacking up to 8 times. So that's 400. The data decays while out of combat. So as long as you're in combat, so like a boss fight, for example, you're going to, or even if you're constantly in combat in PvP, you're going to have an extra 400 of your stats. So that's just a damage type buff or, healing, whatever you are. It's just a constant buff that you'll have on you as long as you stay in combat. Hyper Organic Light Originator. This is kind of cool. Summon organic light duplicates to distract your foes. The way I view this is kind of mirror images. So it won't be exact copies of you. There'll be like those little holograms that they use in like Mechagon and gnomes have used before, almost like the Titan in Ultimate at the end, how it's kind of like a hologram. So you'll summon those. It says distract your foes, so I don't know if they're gonna taunt them like the mirror images do for mages, but something along those lines is kind of what I'm envisioning there. Mastercraft. You function as a personal blacksmithing anvil, cooking fire, and mining forge. In addition, your limbs include every profession tool, so you won't need to keep any tools in your bag. I know they've already done away with a lot of that stuff, but I think there are still some you need. So your limbs are every profession tool you need, and it's a personal anvil, fire, and forge. So I don't know if other people can use you as that. It doesn't seem like it. It's just only you can use yourself for it. But that's really cool. I especially like the cooking fire of all things. I just find it annoying going and summoning a fire every time I have to cook something or going to a fire. So that's a really cool racial. Then we have rearm, and then reattach goes with that. When you fall below 20% health, heal for 20% of your maximum health. This effect cannot occur more than once every 1.5 minutes. You've recently reattached, you can't benefit from again. That's what reattached is. So this is just it's almost like just a bring you back to life cooldown in a way. Pop up your health every 1.5 minutes. So this is probably going to be altered, I'd imagine, because it's really strong the way it's worded right now. This would be an extremely good tank cooldown too. 20% of your maximum health, that's a really big heal. every 1.5 minutes during a boss fight, assuming you get to low health, of course. But that's it could be really interesting. So we'll see what they go with there. And then the last thing is Skeleton Pinky. I hope they rework this one a little bit because it's not super useful. Allows opening of locked chests and doors that require a skill level up to 100. What I mean by not helpful is that's not super helpful because it doesn't go up all the way. If they increase the skill cap to match your level, I think that would be kind of cool to where eventually you could just open anything. Or maybe if they have another thing like the prison and in BFA, that dungeon where you can use keys and rogues to open the doors, maybe make those just like a little bit higher than what this can do, but that this can open like lock boxes and other things of your level, just not maybe dungeons, so everyone doesn't just stack them and stuff like that. But that's just a really cool. It's a cool idea. I like it, but hopefully they rework it a little bit. So that's all the ratios as they are now. We'll see. They'll probably change before they come out, but who knows? They'll probably be somewhat close to what they are. They usually say somewhat close and only tune it based on, if something seems to be overpowered or whatever. So that's it on these. I'm super excited for them. I actually enjoy the allied races, even though some people don't. Please subscribe to my channel. That helps me out a lot. And everybody have a good one.